Hi, I'm Mitch MacDonald. Welcome to this edition of DCV TV's Meet the Rainmakers. Today we're very pleased to be joined by Brett Wood, who's President and CEO of Toyota Material Handling North America, and also Chairman of the Board of the Industrial Truck Association, or as it's more commonly referred to, ITA. Brett's with us today at the ITA's annual fall meeting in Florida to discuss lift truck safety. Brett, welcome. Really appreciate you taking the time to join us in the midst of this very busy conference this week.
I'm honored to be here. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Let's get right into it. Could you give us maybe a snapshot of the role forklifts play in the industry and why safety is of paramount importance?
Yeah, good question. You know, forklifts are really the workhorses of our economy, industry. Forklifts pretty much touch everything that we own, see, and do around your home, consumer products, and a lot of industries, variation of beverage, food, furniture, automobile industry, and so there's a wide variety. And so that makes it challenging to design and build forklifts just for one industry. So we have to get creative and have options that are available. But what goes across all the industries that we found over the years is that safety is very important. Safety is very important to obviously the end user and also to the manufacturer. So, you know, we must always continue to be rigorous in our efforts to work with our products and also our training across the different types of industries to make sure that they operate the forklift safely.
Right. And, you know, the notion of workplace safety has been there, I suppose, to some extent since the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. But
yes, a long time.
It continues to get heightened and heightened attention, emphasis, and importance within Toyota and the mission you have in serving the market across these various vertical industries or whatever. What do you do to keep safety, if you will, at the tip of the spear?
Yeah, so the design of the products is important. But training is probably the most important.
Okay.
And, you know, OSHA has had a lot of influence in that. And it dates back to a really important milestone for our industry. It was in 1999 when OSHA regulated and said it was mandatory that every operator had to be sufficiently trained, especially for that type of forklift that they were operating.
Yep.
So that was a key point, and all the manufacturers in our industry do a great job of offering training programs, emphasizing the importance of training, and there's been actually some real data to prove that since 1999, since OSHA made this so important, that there has been less accidents in the forklift world since that time. Yeah.
So a government regulatory initiative that actually worked to good benefit.
That's actually worked very well, and still continuing today.
Staying on the training, has the training itself changed? If you know, in the subject matter, the types of things, but you know, lift trucks are coming now embedded with a lot more technology. How has that affected the way the training process has gone?
So the training is required to be updated too also. So like you say, new technology comes on a forklift, the operator needs to be recertified perhaps. And then also if you're trained on a type of forklift that, let's just say, is a sit down in a chair with a steering wheel, counterbalance type of forklift, that doesn't mean you're certified to also operate a stand-up reach truck, for example.
Right.
So your certification is not transferable to a different type of forklift. So that new technology that you're referencing it does play a role, and each operator has to be trained specifically for that forklift that they would normally operate, you know, throughout the day.
So
there's a lot of differences.
There are, yeah, and that, well, because there's a lot of different applications and uses, and,
right,
and environments in which they're used.
Some are moving product just from point A to point B.
Yep.
Sitting on a counterbalance truck. Some are moving product from point A to point B and then to point C vertically in a reach, narrow aisle, or order picker type of environment. Even a man-up type of environment is very different than even walking behind a forklift you might see at a retail store.
Yep. Yep. No, and it's
and that's another good point too. The pedestrian awareness is also very important.
sure.
So part of that training, not just how you operate the forklift, but your awareness of pedestrians, other people around that environment.
Well, and I suppose, and especially when, you know, a component of business today is everyone's trying to be as fast as possible, right? And that can manifest itself right down to the way in which the units are moving through, say, the DC or the warehouse. So
Right.
I hadn't thought of it in those terms, but the safety of the workers in the facility, not on the truck, has really got to be considered.
I think you've seen it in some lumber applications or big stores that you go to.
Yep.
And you might see a forklift operating where there are customers.
Yep,
And
that's right.
Right, and they do a very good job nowadays of closing that aisle. You know, there'll be hopefully some yellow flags or something saying, customers, you're not allowed in this aisle because there's a forklift operating right now to bring down that product.
Yep, yeah, no, that's a
Right.
good, because I think many of us have absolutely seen that.
And there's also some options on forklifts that won't allow a customer to go sit on that forklift and turn it on.
Yeah, is that the vehicle management systems, I guess we're referring to now?
Exactly.
They can actually limit.
Who gets to use that forklift?
Yeah.
So there's people, unfortunately, like me out there. I see a forklift, I want to go sit on it. Oh, this looks pretty interesting, but I'm not. If I'm not trained, I shouldn't be doing that.
I wonder if we could get that into automotive, because I know we all see a lot of people on the roads every day that really should not be driving their car at all.
Good point. But the vehicle management system is a wonderful technology advancement that's come out recently. And you have to maybe swipe a card, you've been trained, so now you're certified to operate that truck. Otherwise, the truck won't turn on. And you have to pass some type of test to get to that point. So it's helped a lot.
Back to the theme, tie a couple of things we've talked about here together as we work toward a close. The theme of the importance of safety being ever present and, if anything, being heightened continually. And then the future, whether it's technology-based, equipment design-based, or however. What's going on at Toyota, or if you prefer in the industry overall, about future safety initiatives?
Okay. So Toyota's been proud to be a leader in the safety world, and we've introduced in around 1999 a system of active stability that has a lot of sensors on the forklifts to help it operate safely. And so that's we've been proud of that, and I think you'll see more of that type of technology in future forklifts. It's very important to always reflect the training. The training at OSHA that's required for operator training, you can't design a perfect forklift. So training is important, and also awareness. So with ITA, Toyota has supported the National Forklift Safety Day, and we think that's done a lot too with awareness, with good support from OSHA, from some government people, to bring awareness to how important this might be for our future.
And 2016 will be the third
annual National Forklift Safety Day in June, and but in the future also, safety design, ergonomic designs, productivity, factors. If you combine those three together, they work together in the forklift of the future.
Yep.
And if you have a safe, comfortable operator, you'll have a productive operator.
It's nice that they all mesh rather than being opposed to one another in terms of the objectives.
I think that's important.
Because safety is such and we know this from our readers, you know it from your customers, you talk about it, safety, safety, safety. Just to close, any resource you might point the viewers to who want to learn more about Toyota, what's going on, the Toyota, a website perhaps?
Sure. So starting with ITA, National Forklift Safety Day, you can go to the ITA website and learn more about that.
Okay.
And then with Toyota, there's toyotaforklift.com on the website, and it will highlight product features and some of the SAS type systems that I mentioned, and also a resource for training.
Yep.
And we can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah, well, in fact, come back to that. I was just about to close, but come back to that. Toyota, its dealer networks, the company itself, always available to customers for questions about training and safety, I'm sure.
Absolutely, offering training to customers, any questions. There's a lot of resources available for the end users and the customers to get sufficiently trained.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
It's great to see you. Thanks for taking the time again.
Thank you very much.
Safe
Good
travels.
to see you too.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.